Hi everyone, welcome back to our fifth session of Eating a Weekend. I'm Farah, your host for today's session, and joining me today.
It's me, Shahrul. So last week we did our DIY water filter experiment, and it was such cool and interesting experiment as we can see how the filtration process changed the dirty water into a clear water. So Farah, what experiment will we be doing today?
So, for this week, we'll be creating an erupting apple.
Eh, are we going to be the evil witch who created the poison apple in the Snow White fairy
Of
tale?
course not. We will be not using a real apple, but we will be creating an apple using some water, baking soda, and several items that will be mentioned shortly. The experiment is an easy experiment, and we will be using items that are available at home.
That sounds fun. As long as we're not making a real poison apple, then it's fine for me. But will it be hard though?
All the materials needed are easily obtained from home, and all we need are 1 cup of baking soda, 1 cup of vinegar, 1 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of liquid soap, or you can use baby shampoo or dish soap, and 1 small bowl for the mixing, a tray for the apple eruption, a squeeze bottle, and next we have some food coloring, or you can use any color that you like. And last but not least, some leaves for the decoration.
I can't wait to do it, Farah. But before we start, we would like to remind you to not eat or consume any materials from this experiment. And please bear in mind that this experiment is very messy experiment. So we suggest you to prepare a tray to make sure that the mess is contained. Now, without further ado, let's get this experiment started. Are you ready? If you're ready, give us thumbs up emoji in the comments section.
Okay, kids, now let's start with our experiment. First, grab your small bowl and add 1 cup of baking soda,
Okay,
1 tablespoon of dish soap,
right. Let's put it into the
just
same bowl.
okay, and you can pour it like this. Next, you can add just a little bit of water to the small bowl. You can measure it using the spoon. Okay, just one. Okay, later if it's not nice, you can just keep on adding. Now you can start to mix them.
Let's mix it.
I think that this mixture looks too dry, so I would think we need to add just 1 tablespoon of water. If you feel this is not enough, you can add more.
Make sure the consistency be doughy.
As you can see, this is still dry, so I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of water.
And keep mixing it.
In my opinion, this is still dry, so you should add more water to it. Keep on measuring the water that you add because we don't want this to be like too very
Right.
watery. So after you are done with the mixing process, this is what it should look like.
Next, if you want to make it colored apple, you can add some color to it. And for today, we'll be using orange food coloring. You can pour it into the bowl and then keep mixing it until all comes together.
Make sure the color is even, okay?
I think I'm gonna add more food coloring to it. There you go.
I feel like this is not like very doughy, so I'm just going to add just very little of water. Okay. Just little.
When you've got a nice doughy consistency, you can scrape out the mixture of your bowl into the tray and roll it together into a ball. So let's do it together, Farah.
Okay.
For this part, you can use your hand to shape it into a ball. All right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to divide this mixture into two, so we get two apples. So yeah, and we can start to roll it.
All right. So it will be
It
look
like
like this.
Okay.
Right. To make it more realistic, you can also add leaf to the apple.
So one for you and one for me.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So this looks like an orange apple.
Yeah. So now, you guys can go wash up your hand first before we start our experiment.
Now, time to spice things up. To make the apple erupt, put about a cup of vinegar into the squeeze bottle. Okay. You can pour this very slowly to make sure it doesn't spill on your apples.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, do note in mind that this will get a little bit messy, yeah? Well, we are done with the apple making process. How about you kids? Give us a thumbs up emoji in the FB comments if you are done.
Farah, I think we are ready to test out our erupting apples. Are you guys ready to see the vinegar reaction with the apples?
Okay, do grab your camera and record your erupting apple in action. Now let's squirt some vinegar on top of the apple.
Let's see the reaction.
You can take a look at the reaction. It looks like an erupting volcano, right?
Wow.
Oh, it's so fizzy and you can see all these bubbles. But don't worry, if you don't see very closely, we are going to bring it up to you.
Let's do it one more time.
Okay, let's do it one
See.
more time. Okay. Can you see it? Okay, now.
Wow.
It's so like a volcano. So we're just going to bring the vinegar around. Okay, is that enough? We add some more.
See.
Okay.
Now, if you're having some problems with your erupting apple, here are some troubleshooting tips. If the dough is too crumbly, add a little bit of water at a time to bring it together.
Or if it's too mushy, you can add more baking soda to make it firmer. Plus, you can also shape it into any fruit that you like. By following all these steps truly, you should now have a working erupting apple. Okay, Cheryl, do you know what happened?
Yes, this erupting apple experiment is a simple chemical reaction. What you see happening to the apple is a chemical reaction, and in a chemical reaction, the molecules change. The chemical reaction happens as baking soda reacts with the vinegar, producing carbon dioxide plus water plus sodium ion and plus acetate ion. The chemical reaction actually occurs in two steps. First, there is a double displacement reaction in which acetic acid in the vinegar reacts with sodium percarbonate to form sodium acetate and carbonic acid.
You are right, Shahrul. Furthermore, vinegar is acidic acid dissolved in water, and baking soda is a base called sodium bicarbonate. Initially, the reaction makes carbonic acid, which is unstable, and undergoes a decomposition reaction to produce carbon dioxide and gas water. In addition, the carbon dioxide escapes the solution as all we can see is bubbles. As the bubbles are heavier than air, the carbon dioxide collects at the surface of the container to overflows it. This explains the fun physical bubbles that erupted from your apples.
That's a very detailed explanation, Farah. Another fun fact to add, do you know that baking soda and vinegar are very good natural household cleaning agents? Farah, do you know some example of its uses at home?
Yes, of course I do. And it's a pleasure to share it with our audience at home. Kids, be sure to spread these cleaning hacks to your parents, or you can even help out your parents by using these hacks. You can clean your laundry using vinegar and baking soda by sprinkling half a cup of baking soda over your laundry before starting each wash load to help brighten the colors and soften hot water. Then you can add 1 cup of vinegar to the rinse cycle to soften the fabric and remove the odor.
That's a very good cleaning hack, Farah. Other than that, you can also clean your toilet bowl using baking soda and vinegar. First, spray the inside of your toilet bowl with white vinegar until it's completely wet. Then, sprinkle a fair amount of baking soda onto the wet surface. And spray a bit more vinegar if necessary to start the reaction. Wait for 2 minutes, then scrub the toilet bowl thoroughly with a toilet brush. And voila! Your toilet bowl will look cleaner and shiny.
Okay, kids, that's all for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in our Facebook comments.
Before we end our live session, please share your picture or video of your erupting apple activity by using the Google form provided in the Facebook comments. As usual, we will choose one lucky winner per session and stand a chance to win a 10 ringgit popular voucher and our official Penang International Science Fair t-shirt from Penang Science Cluster. The winner will be announced every last week of the month, so stay tuned for the winner announcement.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope you enjoyed the live session. Feel free to give us some feedback using the link provided in our caption so we can improve on our next live session. We will
We'll
see
see
you
you
in
in
our
our
next
next
live
live
session.
session. Bye!
Bye!